Hey Gary, hey, I decided to make this video for you, kind of like we talked about. I'm gonna show you the stuff I use when I'm making my videos. It's gonna be like a really just kind of quick and dirty video. If you want me to expand on anything, let me know and we can like further the discussion. But mainly, I'm gonna be just kind of showing you my room and my setup. Granted, there's a lot of stuff in here you do not need. This is everything I've been using. My channel, I started it 2 years ago, so like I started like from nothing, and now I have more stuff. So it just depends on what you like. A major thing I want to show you now, though, is I actually have 3 different mics that I use. Everything I do is straight through my phone. So like you'll be doing. So I can show you what they sound like, because that's what's going to be important for what you want to do. So I'm going to show you like both acoustic and electric through that. But yeah, I guess without further ado, let me show you the room real quick. So this is the room that I record in. I know it's kind of like a mess right now because it's actually in the middle of recording. But what I want to show you is like everything I have, which you obviously don't need what I'm about to show you, but just in case, you want to put more into it or put less into it, I'm just going to show you all the options, because I started this, my YouTube channel like really, really cheap. So, just as a start, I use something like this. I always film with my phone, so I use something like this. It's literally just a stand with a clip, that can extend. I actually usually would set it on this actual chair, so I get that like better angle, flattering looks down. But like with my newer videos I've been making, I've been using a green screen, and green screens are actually really cheap because all they are is just a green piece of sheet, pretty much. But the other things I use in my room, which may or may not help you out, is I've made these soundproof panels, and the way I made them is actually kind of neat. You can buy the little foam 1x1 squares very cheap. I think there's like 48 of them. I got them for like $30. And what I actually did is, rather than jack up my walls permanently, you can maybe see it from the bottom, maybe not. Like those boards that you would get for like a science fair that open up 3 ways? That's what these are. I got those boards. Some of them I cut down. Like this one would be like the middle panel, while that would be like one of the edges. And those boards are perfectly 4 foot by like these are 1x1 squares, so like they're all like perfectly 4 by, I guess it'd be 5 when you open up both panels. And I glued the soundproof panels to the board, and then I used like command strips to stick them to my wall for sound dampening. It was like a way cheaper alternative, plus like I can take these off and my walls aren't ruined, and they're not permanently glued to my wall. I can move them around if the sound wasn't good. Like I said, you're probably not gonna need a green screen or anything. But the last thing I wanted to show you, and I'll actually do a demo of it here in a second, is the microphones. So you said you're recording on your phone, which I record on my phone too. In fact, this is my typical setup. I don't have all of these things out at once, obviously. So in my kind of career of having a YouTube channel for 2 years now, I started out with this microphone. You can get it on Amazon. I guess the brand is Moano. It's upside down right now. But I think it was like $60, and it came with the arm and a pop filter. And it worked really well. I will say that a company reached out to me at some point and sent me this. The company's called Toner. This mic, they sent me this for like review. It's very cheap. Like, I'll let you be the judge on the sound, because I'll test it for you. But I mean, like, this mic was like, I want to say it's like somewhere between like 25 and $40. And then my wife got me this for my birthday this year. This is like a HyperX. This one's over $100. So like, I don't know if I would like really recommend this, especially if you're just kind of starting out, kind of doing this for funsies, because I mean, this one is really expensive, but I do think you'll be able to tell the difference. What I will say though is, when it comes to filming, I have this like kind of ring light phone holder, and it has a USB, so you can plug it into the wall or whatever, but you can turn on the light and get good light. You can dim it down or what have you. You don't need that, but it is nice to have a little thing here. I will say all these microphones are regular USB, like what would just plug into your computer. But I have this little adapter here, which is USB, and like this is like maybe $3 online or something. And it's USB to USB-C. Oops, sorry. It just plugs right in the bottom of your phone, and that's how I get the sound from my phone. One last thing I'll show you, and if you want to go this route, I'll have to be like more in depth with you. But this is the program I use to edit. It's called HitFilm Express. I have the paid version. The paid version was like $20, so it's like super duper cheap. But there actually is a free version as well. And like I said, if you end up wanting to like actually edit the videos, like this is what an edited video of mine would look like. This is a more complicated video, but as you can tell, it's like there's a little bit to it, but you can mix the sounds and stuff a little better. And like I said, that would be like a whole nother video. But what I do want to show you is I'm going to play all 3 of these mics so you can hear them. And I'll do them in order of cheapest to the most expensive. And I'll use my acoustic so you can hear what that sounds like. And then I'll use my amp. And what I'll do is I'll leave the amp over here so you can see. I don't know, I'm not too good at judging distance. If, I don't know, maybe 10 feet away. So if you're playing electric, you'd hear what it sounds like around 10 feet away, going straight into these mics. But yeah, that'll be the next part of the video, and I guess the end of the video. So, hey down here. So like I said, this is the cheap mic. So this is using the Toner with an acoustic. All right, so this is the last mic was the cheap one. This is the kind of mid-range, maybe like $50, $60 mic on Amazon. Ooh, that's not where we're supposed to end. I think you get the gist of it. I'm just kind of fiddling around anyway. So now we'll do the last one. So like I said, this is the more expensive mic. I'm just kind of just making comparisons. That's why everything's kind of sounding the same. I'm just kind of capoed and playing in the same area. So anyway, without further ado. Anyway, let's switch to electric now. So this is me playing through the cheaper mic. Like I said, my amp is pretty far away. So anyway, I'll just play a couple rhythms and a couple like kind of leady, soundy things. So, and then maybe something like a... So that's the cheap mic. Okay, here's with the Moano mic, the one that's a little... Sorry, I guess it probably... Here's with the Moano mic. It's probably a little bit more, you know, it's a little bit more expensive one. We'll see. Like I said, you know, the amp's way back there, so... Alright, so, and then now we'll go to the more expensive mic. Alright, so... Ooh. Okay, so this is now the last mic, the more expensive mic. Once again, you know, the mic is right here, and the amp is about back there. I guess that's what it sounds like from that distance. So anyway, hopefully that gets you started. Once again, if you have like any questions at all, and even if it's like specifics on one of the things, like products or whatever, let me know, and I'm totally down to help the best I can. Anything I can do, like I owe you big time. So anything I can do, I definitely want to do. Any questions at all, please do not hesitate to reach out on Facebook or call me. Or anything like that. I believe you still have my number. It's the same number I've always had. If not, let me know and I'll give it to you. This video is gonna go on not on my YouTube channel that's like all my video game junk. It's just gonna go on my personal channel. So really it'll only be you watching this. So that said, I actually wanted to say something that I don't know if I've already said this before, and if I have, I'm sorry for repeating myself, but it's something that I definitely don't want to go my life without saying, and beyond, of course, me just saying thank you, because that's like the big part of this is thank you for everything you've ever done for me. I mean, I've always loved music, and you've given me, of course, a major outlet of music. I grew up playing, started with drums when I was a little kid, and then, clarinet and saxophone, but I've never loved anything like I have guitar. I mean, I'm still, obviously still playing guitar, still buying guitars as an adult, and it's going to be a lifelong passion for me, so I'm in your debt forever for that. But more specifically, I did want to say one thing that if like I said, if I've already said this, I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but so in my life though, I obviously, I don't know how in detail you know about it, but, I didn't really have like, I always had like father figures kind of, right? And because of that, like a certain group of people, in that regard have kind of shaped, me as a person, I think. Obviously Brian, right, raised me. So I'm sure there's a lot of me, a lot of him and me that you've noticed. But there's a group of people that I hold really dear in my heart, as people who've shaped me my entire life. Obviously, like I said, Brian is a major one. Another one was when I was, I think 19, I was working at a marina as a man named Bill Davis. I'll never forget him. Taught me how to drive boats and stuff, but he's a retired Navy captain, and just taught me just so much about life. It was kind of wild how much he's taught me. Another person in my life like that is a man named Richard Forrest. He actually lives up here in Maryland with me. He was my last boss at my last job for 4 years. I mean, he just taught me like just I've always been an outgoing, kind of happy-go-lucky kind person, but he just taught me the value of that, and then how to even just expand on that in my life is just really great, really great. But then also, of course, you are majorly on that list as a basically like a father figure influence for me. I really wanted you to know that. You showed me that creativity does not need to stop or be stifled. A lot of people when they grow up, you lose that wonderment and that passion. And I mean, just seeing you, it shows you just how the advantages of not doing that, right? I mean, like, my gosh, just the passion you pour out when you play guitar is just amazing. I could watch you play guitar for hours. In fact, it's funny, I was watching the video that you posted that prompted this kind of conversation, and I immediately thought, and this is gonna be crazy, hopefully you don't take offense to this. I immediately, it's like watching a Bob Ross video. It's like, this is someone who's just passionate about what they're doing, and it's like ASMR. You're just like, like just watching it. It's like, man, this is just the best. It's like, hey, I'm just gonna play this little chord here and there. Oh yeah, this little scale on top. I was like, dude, I could watch this literally all day. But like I said, I really want to thank you. You are and have been a major sculptor of who I am. So, and you always will be, and I'm sure you will continue to be, especially if I keep watching your stuff. So I really hope this happens for you. And like I said, please reach out with any questions, anything I can do. The only thing that I'm lamenting is the fact that I'm so far away. I can't like physically be there to like try to help you out if you needed it. But I will, in the best of my capacity, I will try to do what I can. Sorry if this video has gone on long. Also, sorry, I was testing the mics. I was just fiddling around. Nothing was like, I was just making up as I go. So sorry if it's whack. But regardless, in summation, thank you. And then also, I hope this helps. And then if you have any questions, please don't hesitate. But anyway, I guess, yeah, that'll do her.